Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. It's Elizabeth and I'm coming to you from Sedona, Arizona. I hope you're all doing well. This is going to be a reading for the new moon in Libra, which is on October 6th, just upcoming in a couple of days here. So I wanted to look at a few different aspects of this moon, do a tarot reading, get some oracle cards, channel some energies, and see what the advice is and what we can all look forward to, and how we can move forward in this energy in the most beneficial way that serves our highest good. So what I did was a little bit different. Some friends and I were sitting around the other night talking about the Sabian symbols and how important they are. So I'm not an expert in this field by any means, but I want to start incorporating some of the Sabian symbols into some of my readings because I think that they're really relevant and they add just such a beautiful layer to the astrology in the moment. So this new moon is at 13 degrees of Libra, and each degree of the entire wheel of the zodiac is associated with a different symbol. The person who channeled the Sabian symbols, um, it was many years ago. Look into it yourself. I'm certainly doing that, so I'm not going to give you all of the information, but we're going to talk about these particular Sabian symbols. So it's almost like a metaphor. She gives you a visual for each degree of the zodiac, so every single degree. And so this new moon is at 13 degrees of Libra, but it's 13 degrees in like 24 minutes. So I looked at the Sabian symbol for both 13 degrees of Libra as well as 14 degrees of Libra, and it was quite interesting. So they're really short. I'm going to read them really quickly so that you can kind of feel into this energy, and then we will move on to the tarot. So 13 degrees of Libra for the Sabian symbol is children blowing bubbles. Children blowing soap bubbles, which sounds like fun, right? It's creative, it's full of play and fun, it's lighthearted, it's harmonious. You think of a warm summer's day, and it has that sort of Libra-like energy where things are just in harmony and there's bubbles and everything's fun and light and pretty, right? This Blaine Bovee, Bovee, Blain, he is a Sabian symbol specialist, so I'm using his interpretation. And he says it can sound like fun, harmless play, merriment and frivolity, but then when something you are serious about in your life and in your horoscope lands in Libra 13, now suddenly there's a complaint. So for example, a love affair gone for naught, a business deal that pops like a bubble, a speech that goes over like a lead balloon. A most useful theme within Libra 13 has to do with exaggerations, especially of the emotional sort. Matters can easily be blown up and out of proportion and then prove to be insubstantial. There is a high degree of power in the 13th degree series. So basically all 13 degrees of Aries, 13 degrees of Taurus. The 13th degree is a symbol of power. There's a lot of energy in the 13th degree. Think of the 13 lunar cycles, the 13th astrological sign of Ophiuchus, the sacred 13 being the divine feminine. There's many examples of this. The 13 has sort of been erased and cast off as bad luck, when really it's not. It's just this was sort of a more nefarious energy that wanted to do that to eliminate 13, right? Okay, so in this case, you find that explosive matters that prove a dud is a good thing. So I feel like the energy of Libra 13 is that things may get blown out of proportion. Again, it's just to be mindful that something that you were really hoping for that looks like it's right there could just pop like a bubble. So just to kind of be mindful of that and be aware of that, right? Knowledge is power. That's, sort of why we do these things. We're not a slave to these things. This is just one person's channeled messages, so it's not a fact, right? Right, okay. So moving on to 14 degrees of Libra, because I thought that this one was pretty cool too. A Libra 14, a noon siesta, right? Sounds great. Like, I want to take a nap. The symbol is illuminated. This symbol isn't illuminated. Okay. The theme is peak reflection. Inspiration. High noon is the time of the most intense light and illumination. Strangely, rest is associated with optimal productive use of this time. So many will notice a shift into mind and mentality. That's Libra. It is as if emotional lushness and physical needs shift into a more rarefied density of awareness. That sounds amazing. It's like the super conscious. One could be lazy today, taking the siesta image too literally. However, napping is not necessarily shirking the opportune moment. So what they're saying is Libra 14 is an opportune moment. And the new moon is at 13 degrees of Libra, very close to the 14th degree. So it's like that this new moon is going to take us into a rarefied, opportune moment of super conscious awareness. That's big, right? This is why I wanted to share this with you guys. The key is to be aware of other factors, other elements at play. Imagine, while resting, handing a basket of your concerns to a guiding angel or spiritual ally. The gesture says, I understand that I cannot and do not have to assume that I carry my load entirely alone. That is beautiful. You know, I work with the angels and the guides, and so they're coming in to say, like, you don't have to carry this load alone. It seems counterproductive, but it is not. All that is required is one finger's weight of awareness, one finger's weight of awareness, and the desire to be in and under the full light of the noonday sun. Wow. From the enormous, okay. So then he gives numbers 3, 6, and 9. So associated with 14 degree Libra is the number 3, 6, and 9. And it's very interesting because I was half watching a video earlier, and there was a woman talking about Tesla and the associated numbers of 3, 6, and 9 with Tesla's brilliant energy and his information that he so graciously gave to humanity. That's 0 point free energy, so it's the key to a lot of humanity's liberation is some of that. So anyway, if you have prominent Libra placements at 13 or 14 degrees, this new moon is really going to charge up your life in a big way. So let's get into some of the reading. I want to start and just ring the bell and just clear the air over here. So we'll welcome in the guides. Because Libra is ruled by Venus and this is a Venus-ruled moon, I wanted to call in the energy of the Venusians. So the collective from Venus of the highest love and light that would like to join us here tonight. That includes Yeshua, Mary Magdalene, Saint Germain, Lady Venus, Sanat Kumara, and Lady Portia. Thank you so much for reminding us of your presence, and thank you for revealing to us what we need to know. Okay. All right. So let's get into some tarot and get some messages. I'm feeling like using The Art of Love Tarot by Toni Carmine Salerno. I have the Moonchild Tarot pulled out, but I think we will save that for later if we need it. Again, just working with the energy of Jesus and Mary and the beings of Venus that are so here with us. I feel like we'll call them in a little bit more clearly if I use this deck. So thank you to those beings for being here with us. Please help us guide ourselves through this new moon energy. We get so many cards. There's so many, but the Queen of Cups is coming out. And that is the energy of Venus, right? It is about returning to love. And there are some challenging aspects within this new moon. So it's aligning with Mars, and Mars is in Libra as well. Mars does not like to be in Libra because it feels sort of indecisive in Libra. Mars likes to take action, but it's also retrograde. And we are at the height of retrograde season, approaching the end of retrograde season. So And I know that Mars is also having a challenging aspect to Uranus. So I feel like that's where this energy of children blowing bubbles and things sort of being exaggerated emotions that could be blown out of proportion when really it's nothing. Mountains out of molehills could be coming up. So, all right, here we go. We're just going to take these. So I love this. We get 3 cards. Oh, we get 4 cards. And we start off with Justice. So here's our Libran energy coming out straight away. This is what they were talking about in that 14th degree Sabian symbol, that you don't have to carry it all on your own. So I feel like this is going to be a huge theme for this new moon, is that everything is in divine order. And that's what we see here, the divine order, equilibrium, number 11. This is the angel of justice, of divine timing, and of divine order. I think this is, we could just stop the reading right here, right? We won't. But it's a beautiful way to start. It's the lead card. You don't have to carry it all on your own. You can give much of it to a spiritual ally, an angel of light, whatever that looks like for you. They're coming in for us. Number 11. So it's also about being on the right path, being on our soul path. It's about our destiny. And yes, we get the path. So 2 major arcanas coming out straight away. And this is the Chariot, or the path of exploration. This is our vehicle for ascension. This is where we're at. It's beautiful. Thank you for revealing to us what we need to know, really and truly, because what a gorgeous, gorgeous energy. So everything is as it should be, in divine order, and this is what is moving us forward. It is a path of exploration that we're on. And I always get some kind of an activation when I do these readings. This is why I do love the sign by sign readings, but the collective readings have a different feel for me, and I'm receiving an activation right now of calm. So we get Libra and Cancer. So this is the mind and the heart. This is a path of exploration, and that's what we are doing as a collective, is exploring our internal world, exploring our own healing, exploring our own desires, all of it. The path is about our desire, our deepest desires. There's an illuminated path that's there for us. So yes, that Sabian symbol of moving into Libra 14 is really important, about giving some of it to a spiritual ally, to an angel, to a guide, whoever that is for you, to source, to God, whatever you call, whoever you connect with, they're going to help illuminate that path for us. And we get the 5 and the 2. So the 5 of trees is the 5 of pentacles. And then we get the 2 of trees, which is the 2 of pentacles. So this is where they want to sort of bring me back down to earth here, to the actual challenges and decisions that many of you are facing in this now moment, upcoming changes, current challenges, decisions that you have to make in your life. And this is the path, right? Because we are down here, in this incarnation, in this body, having this physical experience, and we do experience limitations and challenges. And I love the 2 of trees coming in as being flexible about your decisions. So I think that that's important with this new moon, is to stay flexible, to not be so rigid. These trees here are sort of bending, and you know how some flowers will do that, sunflowers, they will rearrange themselves to face the light. We see just such beautiful imagery here of 2 trees that when they come together in this way, there's a great love there. Their roots run deep, and we see the energy of the sun and the all-seeing eye, and that's the knowledge and the wisdom, that's source. And then we also see the Ankh, about the merging of the masculine and the feminine, you know, eternal life and all of that. So remain flexible, because this is the path of exploration. So I think it is about like where you're feeling limited right now, stay flexible. There's also a message of love here with those, you know, those two hearts underneath those roots. The twos, we're in Libra season, right? And it's a Libra new moon, and that 7th house of partnerships and relationships. So your relationships are important. Be flexible inside of your relationships with others is a message. And, you know, that yes, there's going to be challenge. There's going to be setbacks. There's going to be, you know, things that may be frustrating. But really they're there to help you have a new perspective, see another side of something. Libra does love to do that, to be able to see multiple angles, right? So really nice that that's coming out to clarify, you know, the limitation is about our own flexibility. And at the bottom of that pull is the 3 of Cups. So not forgetting to, you know, be happy and to be in joy. Who's there to support you? Who can you have a good time with? Where is your emotional support in all of this? Okay, nice. Very, very nice. Wow, so now we have fire energy coming out. So we sort of start out with, you know, the majors and the bigger energies that then kind of bring us down to earth. To get sort of into our day-to-day life and sort of what's happening inside of our day-to-day life, where we feel limited, where we feel restricted, where we feel like we don't have enough resources, and how we can be more flexible, and how we can also lean on one another during this time. So that's important as well. And then the fire energy comes back, or comes in, and that's where we regain our connection to spirit. So the Page of Stars and the Queen of Stars. You know, it's the cat energy. This is the big cat energy. Yesterday I saw a bobcat in my driveway. He was super cute. He was, I feel like he was the Page of Stars, actually. I was coming home, and it just ran right out in front of my car and into like the little mini forest on the side of my house. And it was just this, he was a youth, you know, this young little bobcat, so sweet, so cute, but also fierce, you know. And anyway, the curiosity. So that's definitely a theme right now, is to remain open, to have your spirit open. This is having an open channel to spirit right now. It's really important. There is sort of an energy of independence here. The Queen of Stars is Queen of Wands. She is very independent, you know. She's the sort of, she's very witchy. So in October, you know, the energy of the witch and the one who works with the light, that is the Queen of Stars. So it's just a beautiful energy of guidance. I want to say, from the cosmic energy and our connection to that, which is through our own fire. It's very optimistic. You see all of the yellow there with the sun. So it's about staying open and curious and optimistic and connecting with what you're passionate about right now. She's the illuminator. The illuminator. I mean, that's beautiful, right? The illuminator. And we were seeing how this path is of ascension, of just this moment of time, that there is an illumination that wants to happen for us on our path. And essentially, this is sort of the energy of spring, and then Aries, Leo, that's coming out. So the divine feminine energy that's coming in for us, about our creativity, our independence, and being very optimistic. So that's something that we may have to really like work for or work through. And that's where the flexibility comes in, and just this desire to, I don't know, to sort of like bend and shape to the universe. So it's like, okay, whatever is happening around us, how can we bend and shape ourselves to that so that we can flow better? So, you know, to be curious, really, to have that sense of wonder, that wide-eyed wonder, like that little bobcat that I saw yesterday. This is kind of cool because it's almost reminding me of, if you've ever been in a subway station, you know, and you're waiting for the train to come, and, you know, you're waiting. And I remember being like in Manhattan really late at night and just waiting for that train to come and get me so that I could go back home to Long Island. And you see that light coming and you're like, oh, the train is coming. So for some of you, your train is coming. You know, you've been waiting for a while and the train is arriving. So get your bags packed, get to the station, be ready. The train is coming. That's what I'm hearing for some of you. That's sort of what it reminds me of. And remain optimistic, you know, and have confidence in yourself right now. Really have confidence in yourself. So with this whole like children blowing bubbles, you know, the fire energy is inspired and likes to play. Fire is very playful. Think of the way that fire dances and everything. Fire can be very playful. So that sort of inner child energy, but also having that confidence. A lot of us had like so much confidence when we were children. We weren't super self-conscious. Maybe some of you were, but children in general, before they're taught their limitations, before they're taught some of these programs, are just very, you know, confident and sure of themselves, and they don't walk around questioning their every move. You know, if that's the kind of childhood that you had. So the Queen of Wands is also very warm and generous. So I feel like it is about staying in that space of generosity as much as you can, to be warm and generous with other people. She, you know, also, the Queen of Stars, Queen of Wands, she's a performer. You know, she loves to be on stage. So that may be a message for some of you. That may be something that you're sort of manifesting more of into your life, is having your gifts and talents be showcased a bit more. And also, you know, not for the sake of just being seen, but because you have something to illuminate. You have a light to bring to the world. That is the Queen of Wands. She has a light that she brings to the world, and it's quite beautiful. And after you meet a Queen of Wands, you'll always remember her, because she brings such passion and inspiration. She can light up a whole room. So, you know, together with the page, I just think it's such a beautiful energy, because these are the two people that are coming out in this reading. We have the angel of divine order and justice, right? We have the chariot of ascension that came out. And then we've got sort of the limitation and, you know, the challenges, and then the decisions, and, you know, can we be more flexible? And here's the people, you know, they're inspired, they're warm, they're generous. You remember meeting them. Even the Page of Wands, you know, the Page of Stars, he's the guy that, like, oh my God, he just, he's got like, he just is in love with, he's inspired by everything. You know, he's walking around with his wand like, hey guys, look at my wand, you know, like, oh my God, isn't this the greatest wand you've ever seen? And so it's a light bringing energy. So many of you are light workers. You are here to illuminate. You are here to get your curiosity back, get your fire back. Okay. So, all right. Nice. At the bottom of the pull, for those three is Judgment. So awakening, a spiritual awakening. Really, really look at this deck. Is this deck not fabulous? This is the fabulous Tony Carmine Salerno. Emergence. So, yeah, your higher path is calling. I talk about this a lot here. Your higher path really is calling. It's illuminated for you. And so, you know, this underlying energy or overarching energy of awakening just seems to always be with us. You know, it is about second chances in life. Many of you, you know, like you've been doing life for a while, and this is a new area for you. Like it's about really stepping it up. You know, that's the Chariot, about forward movement and victory in a whole new way. A new way of life is emerging and has been for quite some time for many of you. So it's there. And underneath that is the Two of Hearts and union, divine love. So healing relationships, relationships that are healing, just really beautiful energy. All right. So I wanted to get a message from the Work Your Light Oracle by Rebecca Campbell, and we will get some messages from this deck, and then I wanted to do a Keepers of the Light, and then we'll probably pull some more tarot. So thank you to this beautiful angel of balance, this angel who is there to carry this load for us, to help us along this path. I thank you, I honor you, I love you, and I respect you. All right, we're going to take 2 cards. Wow, Star Mother. So Mother Mary coming in, and when I was welcoming in the beings from Venus, I did not include Mother Mary, and I see her as having a Syrian energy as well because of the blue ray that she comes in on. But she's saying like she's here too, and she's a part of that, obviously. So it's not just Divine Mother, this is Star Mother, and it's asking how you can mother yourself. So I think that's really beautiful. Mother Mary coming in, and you know, it feels really nice with this divine order, this angel of divine order. So there, it's also about love, and that's no matter what's coming up over, you know, the next week. Like I do feel as though there is a lot of emotional sort of turmoil that's happening for a lot of people around a lot of their choices and a lot of limitations, that there is just this beautiful energy of the mother that's coming in for all of us. So it's a question you may ask yourself, how can you mother yourself? That would be a nice question. And you can feel into that. And then we get awakening. So we're seeing it twice. Now we get it twice. We get the mother twice. We get awakening twice. And this says energetic upgrades, a new way of being, and integration. So this is a big time of awakening, and it's layers. You know, it's like, well, okay, I've been awakening for 20 years or whatever. It's layers. And so that's what this new moon is bringing in for many of us, is a deeper level of awakening and also the integration. And I think that that's important. Like we do have to realize that we move through so many lessons, and we're constantly learning and unlearning, you know, unlearning some things that no longer serve us, releasing, whatever you want to call that. So it is a great time to do some integrating. And interesting, because we were talking about that noontime siesta for Libra 14. And here we do see this beautiful woman is, she's taking a nap, but she's not, you know, she's sort of levitating. And so this is almost her astral body. So while you are having these downloads and, you know, these aha moments, the path is being illuminated, you're really working with your team to make the best decisions for yourself, and choices for yourself, that I want to say like your ethereal body, you know, while you're sleeping at night, that's where I'm seeing this. You're processing a lot, integrating a lot. And like I said, we see awakening twice. We see the energy of this sort of angelic star mother, angelic being that's there with us twice. So that's really powerful, you guys. It's very, very powerful, powerful energy. So we're going to put, I think we'll try to put the mother over here. Okay, so I think we'll move over to the Keepers of the Light while we're at it. And I have 2 other decks that I wanted to sort of surprise you with. One deck that I have been sort of working with every single night since we moved into Libra season, because it is a very sort of Libra-like deck and brings me a lot of joy. So it's a special deck that I'm saving for the end. So stick around. I think that you'll like it. So thank you to the Keepers of the Light. What message do you have for us? Okay. Let's see who that is that came out. We got Archangel Michael, trusting heaven. You are safe. Angels stand close. Surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. So we do have Archangel Michael that's with us. He's protecting us. You're very, very protected right now. Archangel Michael comes in on that Blu-ray as well. I love how he's all in red here because it really helps us to work with the energy of our root chakra. And ultimately, that is where we're able to expand and grow our life from, is from the root, right? It's where we feel safe. It's where we feel like we have enough. It's where there isn't this sort of lack or limitation, like in the 5 of trees or 5 of coins. It starts with our root chakra, but he also comes in on that Blu-ray, which is sort of similar to the Star Mother and Mother Mary. And let's get one more. I want to see who else is here. So not like Archangel Michael isn't enough, because of course he is. He also helps to, sever any attachments. If you felt like people have been sort of pulling at your energy lately, if with this emotional bubble that's exploding, if that's been happening for you, he can sort of help to maybe repair your aura a bit, seal your aura for you, provide you with some protection. And I do talk about that here. I know that there are some people who, inside of the spiritual community that don't really want to talk about protection, like, oh, we don't need it. That's calling in, negativity. I respectfully disagree. I think that there's no harm in that as long as it's from a place of empowerment. And anyway, okay. So thank you, Archangel Michael. And let's see who else we have. One more, please. Thank you. Nice. We got Melchizedek. So this is amazing. So the Melchizedek, they do work directly with the archangels. They are a collective of beings. He would be like a super, super high level priest, if you will. The Melchizedek have been around for eons and eons and eons, and they are here to teach us and to guide us. And they are definitely overseeing planet Earth right now. They are some of our most biggest champions. They really want to come in and help us learn and help us connect with sacred geometry, number one, and some of the mysteries of the universe. So I think I mentioned earlier the Tesla 369, right? I'm getting a download now that Tesla was connected to the Melchizedek, and that's how he was connecting with them. And I really don't know a lot about Tesla at all, but what they're telling me is that they were a guide for Tesla, and that's how he was connecting with them. He probably is one of them. So this says, you have learned from experience. More inner study is now required to further your progress. So I really like this energy because of this double awakening and emergence. It's like, that's why I was saying there's layers. So many of you are being called to step into higher and higher levels of your own study and learning. And what I love about this is it's not just the person who sits there and reads book after book after book and has all of this knowledge and can speak to all of these things, but it's someone who that you've learned through experience. That's wisdom. Like, knowledge comes from reading and, listening and whatever and studying, but the wisdom comes from experience. So you have learned from experience. And now you can do more inner study. This is the inner study. And, he or them, because they are more of a they, they're a collective of beings. They are totally benevolent. They're really here to offer support and you can connect with the Melchizedek, you know, look into them. They do, you know, work very closely with the archangels, particularly Metatron. And I think that's why Michael is coming out. So we get the energy of, like, you know, the divine mother and the angel of divine order. And then the masculine energies come in with the Melchizedek and Archangel Michael. It's very angelic. This is very high level. So there's just a lot of knowledge that wants to come your way. And I feel like that's connected into this page of stars with the curiosity, like how much more we have to learn, you know. Like, again, that train's coming. Pack your bags and be ready to get on board if you want to, you know, because it's leading to this great path of exploration. How far do you want to go? You know, how far do you want to go? I'm getting goosebumps all over, truth bumps, or whatever you want to call them. It's just such a beautiful energy, you guys. I love it. I love these collective readings. I hope you like them. Let's check the bottom of the deck for that. And we get inner strength with Bridget and just the flame, you know. I think she's associated with, is it Beltane, maybe? And just passion. There's the fire. So that's our Queen of Wands there. So that's an important energy, this Queen of Wands, about being a light bringer. You're a light worker, you know. Really beautiful. And even more than that, like, I feel like that's almost, we're almost to a point where it's like dumbing it down by saying light worker, because it's like we need a new word for it. So if anyone comes up with anything, let me know. And at the bottom of the Work Your Light Oracle is Akasha, or Akash, Akashic Records. This is amazing. Your guidance is divinely guided. So you guys, what's going on with you right now? What is like the path that you're ready to move down? You know, what is your new path of exploration? Where are you being led? Trust it. It's divinely guided. It's in your Akashic records. The Melchizedek, along with Metatron, you know, they definitely hold the power of the records. They have the records. You have access to your records too. You know, we all do. So this is really amazing. And it's also showing where, for those of you who are watching this and you're someone that you're on the spiritual path and you have clients, you have people in your life, friends, family that you are guiding, you're a spiritual leader within your own friend group, family, community, you know, you're an important part of that. Trust that your guidance is divinely guided. You know, it is written. It is written. So that's a really important energy. All right, you guys. So I think we will pull a couple more tarot cards. I did want to get a message from the Moonchild Tarot. And let's just see what wants to come out. I think we'll just get a few more cards. And then we're going to do a couple of Oracle and then we're done. But I do have a really special Oracle deck. I hope you'll stick around for the message because it's one of my favorites. And I don't use it often enough. Nice. Eight of Pentacles coming out. Yes, this is about soul work. This is about coming into a mastery, staying focused on the task at hand. You know, if it is getting a bit frustrating, if it does feel stagnant with all of this retrograde energy, just stay focused, keep doing the work. It's connected to strength, so you've got the strength to do it. I think we see Sekhmet here. If I'm not mistaken, I feel like this is the energy of Sekhmet. So there are blessings in this. There are blessings in some of those challenges and limitations. Stay focused. Do the work. It's going to pay off. And then we get the Knight of Swords with the King of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. So this is nice. This is this energy of your soul agreements, who you came here to work with. I did Libra's reading this afternoon and they got the Three of Pentacles. I think they even did get the King of Pentacles. So the Three of Pentacles with the King of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles. Get down to earth, work with your people. Who did you come here to work with? These, like, again, are your soul agreements of the people who you're, like, in the Akashic records, like, who you came here to collaborate with. King of Pentacles, he's the entrepreneur. He's the self-made man. Everything he touches turns to gold. So stay focused, do the work, right? And in the middle of that is the Knight of Swords with this Gemini energy. So I do feel like this is maybe some of the words, because we have Archangel Michael that came out about our words, our expression, our throat chakra. So there is something happening with the throat chakra in the midst of all of this. And it is Libra season, right? So air energy of communication, and there's some volatile energy. Miscommunications are definitely possible. That's what this Knight of Swords is telling me. You know, just to be mindful of that. Again, you know, you're watching this, so I feel like, you know, when these things come up, you're gonna maybe remember, like, oh yeah, that's what she was talking about. And so this is giving you, you know, a sort of higher vantage point to just stay in your center, because maybe, you know, you're gonna have some situations where it's not all harmonious. There's some tough aspects with this new moon. So there may be some miscommunications. There could be people who come in, you know, just like quick. Knight of Swords is really fast. For some of you, this is short-term travel. These are short trips. It's movement, right? So there could be some travel for work, that kind of thing. Travel to meet new business partners. You know, if it's not about business, then, you know, like I said, it's just, it's movement. The Knight of Swords moves very fast. It's Gemini. He talks really fast, and we've got Mercury in retrograde. So I'm feeling like more of just aligning yourself with truth and integrity, and all will be well. Okay. And you're not perfect, you know, so, well, maybe you are, but, you know, so it's okay. Like, it's just having, you know, you don't have to be perfect. Your words don't have to be perfect all the time. I think I heard the cat. Okay. All right. So let's get a last card. So actually we'll do two. So Libra season always brings me to want to use Khalil Gibran's The Prophet deck, because it's poetry. It's some of the most beautiful poetry that was ever written, besides like Rumi and Hafiz Shiraz. I love poetry. So let's get a message from the Prophet Oracle card set. And Khalil Gibran was actually a painter. Many people didn't know that. And there was a foundation that commissioned his artwork, and I guess they agreed with his estate to put all of his artwork to the Prophet. So it's really an amazing deck, and I always feel called to use this during Libra season. Okay. Oh, I love this. So we get the ocean laughs always with the innocent, and this is about laws. So it's broken up into different categories. Like we've got joy and sorrow, we've got pleasure, we've got the coming of the ship. I think we'll read the one from the bottom. So number 19, the ocean always laughs with the innocent. And that's under laws. And Libra does rule over laws, right? Divine order. So the laws of man versus the laws of the universe. And the universe doesn't see right or wrong, good or bad. The universe sees balance or imbalance. And so let's see what Khalil Gibran had to say about the laws. If I can find it. Okay. 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 I'm just going to go to I'm going to go to the shortened version, because you're probably all getting bored. Okay. So you delight in laying down laws, yet you delight more in breaking them. Like children playing by the ocean who build sand towers with constancy and then destroy them with laughter. But while you build your sand towers, the ocean brings more sand to the shore. And when you destroy them, the ocean laughs with you. Verily, the ocean laughs always with the innocent. So that's beautiful. And I feel like it goes back to that 13-degree Libra of children blowing soap bubbles. And then the next 14 degree is about being in the noontime sun. So that image of being in your inner child, that the laws of man, maybe we need to reevaluate many of them and come back to more of a universal law, the law of the divine, which is also the law of children, right? So I love that Khalil Gibran is sort of giving us that message during Libra season, you know, that even the universe wants to bring everything back into divine order. We were not meant to be so limited. We did come here to experience, you know, these sort of limitations, right? But it is about sort of breaking free from a lot of that. And that's, you know, the illumination that I feel as though our guides really want to bring in. And yeah, so see where that applies to your life. And then finally, again, you know, Libra is all about beauty and aesthetics and art and music and poetry and all of those beautiful things. So I'm going to get us a message from Art Through the Eyes of the Soul. So one closing message. Thank you to the guides who have been here with us tonight. Archangel Michael, Melchizedek, the Angel of Divine Order, and our Star Mother. Thank you for these beautiful messages. May I have a final message for the collective for this new moon in Libra? And they are very hard to shuffle, but I think we did get one. Yes, we did. Yeah, you guys, break free. Regain your youth and fly. I mean, it doesn't get more clear than that. We see again that the ocean always laughs with the innocent, and we get break free, regain your youth and fly. Break free. It's so simple. It's so beautiful. The dove always represents ascension and peace. It's just absolutely perfect. So I will leave you guys and gals with that. I hope that you enjoyed this. Libra, your reading is done and it's uploaded. If I didn't mention, Scorpio is being uploaded tonight. Leo, I did your reading and the camera fell over, so I'm not really sure if I'm going to post it or redo it tomorrow. But for all signs, expect your readings to be uploaded like 1 by 1, 2 by 2, 3 by 3 each day until they are done. I love you so very much. Take really, really good care, and I will see you all soon. Namaste.